Survival mode is coping. It's not healing. You can feel or look or act like everything's fine, but you're emotionally numb. You're emotionally disconnected. Yeah. Hey friend, welcome to Guarded Hearts. My name is Denise Peterson, but you can call me Dee. This channel was created for women like you who are on a healing journey after heartbreak, not from just relationships, but from the mundane, everyday patterns that we allow to keep us stuck. So this is what this channel is about. Today we're going to talk about survival mode. So if you see me getting my voice getting cracked or I'm a little choked up, because I've lived it for so many years. And I want to share with you steps that I took to help me on my healing journey to get out that survival mode, to bring life, to feel free again. All right, let's jump into it. Survival mode. Let me tell you what I feel survival mode is. It's a mental, emotional, and sometimes physical state where your body and your mind focuses only on getting through the day. That's what survival mode is to me. Just getting through the day, not thriving, just surviving. And for me, it became a way of life. Thinking it was the norm. Yeah, I did. I just thought it was normal, Happy, smiling sometimes, but still always thinking. My mind always going. So I want to tell you some of the triggers that triggered me, or some you might not think of that have triggered you to become in survival mode. For one, I have here, when you get overwhelmed with the things of the life, the cares of this life. When you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, that brings on survival mode, jumps right in. When you feel unsupported, when you feel unsafe, or when you feel unloved, it becomes like autopilot, okay? Not that, you wasn't loved around people, not that you wasn't supported, but in your mind, you're just so used to doing things yourself, getting things done. That is part of survival mode. And you know what? One thing I learned, that survival mode does not bring peace. It's not peace, because you're constantly going, you're constantly, your mind, like I said, your mind is just always thinking what I got to do here, what I got to do, next, and this, and what's this going to happen. Not looking in the positive things, always looking like, all right, what's going to happen next. No, that is part of survival mode. And survival mode teaches you how to get through the day. That's what survival mode teaches you. It teaches you how to get through the day, even when you're falling apart. You know what? But I want to let you know, we were not made to be stuck in life. We were made to thrive, to feel free in our everyday life. We're not going to feel happy all the time. Yes, we're going to go through things, but we're going to learn to deal with it in a different manner, where it's not going to keep us stuck. Not that paradigm that's going to keep us stuck. Okay? So let's talk about it a little bit. I have a few things that I did personally to help me get out of the survival mode state of mind. One thing that I did, the first thing I did was, I had to write them down because I want to make sure, like I said, it's from my heart. I want to make sure you get this. The first thing I did, I gave myself permission to rest. I gave myself permission to rest. I have it not physically, but emotionally. Have you ever felt like you went to sleep, but you still wake up exhausted? You still wake up tired. That's part of being survival mode, because you're thinking, you may get rest, but you're not rested. Okay, you're just feeling like, okay, I'm still tired. I'm always exhausted, because your mind is constantly going. Your subconscious, while you sleep, you're thinking. Sometimes I have done it. I have dreamt about what I have to do the next day. I'm like, am I dreaming this or what? Because you're on survival mode. You're constantly thinking, okay, I got to do this. I got to take care of this. The next thing, I stopped pushing myself to be strong all the time. Whew. I allow myself to feel, to breathe. You can't be strong all the time. Yes, sometimes you feel you have to be because you have children. Sometimes you're the only one that you have to feel like you're strong. But take some time just to breathe. 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 Take a deep breath. Just take some time, okay? The next thing I did, this one right here, I had to stop apologizing for protecting my peace. Whew. Boundaries are, this one hit me because boundaries are not selfish. They're sacred. We have to learn to set boundaries to keep our own insanity, keep our own, to stay sane, to, keep our own mind balance. And boundaries I have here, boundaries are not pushing others away. It's about honoring your own well-being. That's what boundaries are. And it's not about keeping walls up to shut out other people, but it's about keeping the gates to guard what's sacred within you. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Boundaries are not about keeping walls up to shut out other people, but it's about keeping the gates up to guard what's sacred within you. So boundaries are okay. It's okay to have boundaries. And another thing I did for myself is I sought the truth. So many times, we believe lies about ourselves. So somebody may have said something, it's not true, but you start believing it. That's the seed that they planted in your mind. So, part of survival mode is you start believing. So I sought the truth. I sought out the truth. I have here, not the lies I believed about myself, but the truth that God says about me. Whew. And what I had to do, I started speaking affirmations. Not just I get up in the morning, say my prayers, do my study, do what I need to do, but I started saying affirmations. And one thing that I did that kind of changed, helped me see myself more out to get out the survival mode is I looked in the mirror and I began to say, I am worthy. I am strong. I will not be overwhelmed. I started saying these affirmations. When I looked in the mirror, I started feeling more stronger. I dare you to try it. Look in the mirror and tell yourself something good about you. Okay, try it. I'm telling you. You're going to start, you do that every day. Sometimes I got to do a couple of times a day. Even when I felt I was getting overwhelmed again. No. That's why, okay, let me stop. Okay, let me stop. Let me breathe. Okay, let's try it today. Another thing I did, I found a safe space. I found a safe space, and my safe space was just journaling. I started journaling, and that safe space allowed my body to breathe again, to start feeling free. Because I'm just writing down things that help me feel safe again. You know what I have written down here? Safe space, it starts to shift from protecting to healing. Your safe space becomes your healing foundation. And that journaling just helped me, was my safe space. Whatever you find that can help you to relax, help you get recharged, to help you feel good about yourself. Do it. I'm telling you. It'll break that survival mode. Another thing I did too, this last thing, I don't want to hold you too long, but I learned to feel again. Whew. I learned to feel again. And one thing that I did, I had to rebuild a relationship with myself. I had to rebuild a relationship with myself. Oh my gosh. With my body, with my intuition, what I was thinking. I had to rebuild that. That's why I said affirmations, what you say to yourself. Speak those affirmations every day. Every day. Speak to who you are. Sometimes you have to, if you're at a job, sometimes you have to go to the bathroom like, okay, Denise, no, I'm not going to go off on this person. Okay, you will be quiet. You will get through this day. You will be okay. You just have to speak to yourself. Speak to yourself. Okay, you can make it. You can do this. And one thing I did, I created a guide, a healing guide. I created a workbook. The link is in the description. And when I created this, it was part of the loneliest parts of my life. Is where this guide, healing guide, and the workbook came from. And they have affirmations in it. If you don't know what to say, download it. You can also take it somewhere and get it printed out. But download it where on your phone or on your iPad, whatever you look at. Download it. It has affirmations on it to help you jumpstart your healing journey. Break out the survival mode. Let me tell you, you're not alone. If I can do it, people say that all the time. If I can do it, you can do it. No, you're not alone. And I'm here to help you. I have clients that are breaking out. They're feeling free. They're feeling good about themselves. You can do it also. And I want you to pick up those guides. Pick up the healing guide. Pick up the workbook and help you start your healing journey today. Now, I also need you to do me one more favor. Is hit the subscribe button. Share it. Share it with somebody else you know who are feeling like this. You want somebody else to break out the survival mode. We want to share. We're not going to be selfish. We want to share because we want others to feel free also. So hit the subscribe button, comment, hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Okay? But until then, I say it all the time. I want you to protect your peace. I want you to guard your heart. And I want you to never stop being you. I'll see you soon.